Hey everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a minute. Been a busy summer. Been a very busy summer. Been a very busy fall. Been a very busy spring. But however, something that I've got, a little toy here in the background. The Husqvarna t525 top handle saw. Just want to do a quick little review on it. It's a fun, very fun saw. So without further ado, let's start the show. All right, everybody. So I've got this T525 here. Just going to do a little bit of review, a little bit of action shots. I got some B-roll. I'm going to show you all some close-ups of the saw. And you guys may notice to be like, hey, that thing is not new. So anybody can go anywhere and buy a brand new saw and stick it in front of you and run it for a few hours and give you a... Here's what I think the saw is going to do, how long it's going to last, how well it's going to work. But this is going on, let's see, I think I bought this in May. So it's going on almost 6 months worth of use. It is a professional grade saw, but you know, it works great, works very well. It's got a mounting point for if you're an arborist, you can climb with it. So that guy right there will hold it. And right here is for your lanyard. So if you do drop it, it will catch, but that there's to hold it. So very well built, very light. You can use it one-handed, although I get it. It's not intended to be for one-handed use. And also, if you see these next few clips that you look at, if you see some things that don't look safe and something in the back of your mind tells you it's not safe, it may not be safe. So the saying is, think of me as a doctor that smokes. So keep that in mind. This is not a safety tutorial. This is a user review. And I'm here to tell you, this is a good saw. Good purchase. Just a few pointers for the key operation of this saw. You got your primer bulb. You got your choke. Right now it is in the run position. That is the choke / high idle position. That is the high idle position. You'll hear the click. So when you click, when you pull the trigger or the throttle, you reset the idle, or you reset the throttle to idle. Also a few other things, low mixture and high mixture. Even though this is a 500 series saw, it is not an auto-tune saw. Your oiler is adjusted, let's see, right here. As you can see, clockwise is plus, counterclockwise is less oil. You got your shutdown, rebounding shutdown switch, and which is a feature I really like. Back here is your air cleaner / carburetor adjustment. I get it, this saw has been cleaned out, or I attempted to, and yeah, I could probably clean a little bit more. Yeah, spray her out with some brake cleaner, carb cleaner, something like that, clean it up just a little bit more. This is a saw that gets used quite a bit, because it's light, it's maneuverable, and it does just about everything I would want it to do. So guys, just a little bit of analysis here. This T525, let's see, I've got a 545, a 372, a 592, and a pole saw that has the equivalent of this bar and about the same size engine. It's just on a weed eater pole. That's 5 saws. I'm telling you right now, This saw here, you can do 90% of firewood work that you need to. You know, you cut, I mean, it'll cut into something like this right here. It's a 12-inch bar. Now, is it going to be fast? No, it's not going to be fast. But it's fuel efficient. It's very light. The shutoff switch is in an awesome place. And another thing that I like about it, and I'll show you all up close here, the shutoff switch is rebounding, or it resets, meaning you'll never sit there and pull and pull and pull and pull on it and your switch is turned off. I like that. That's one thing that I like about the 545. One thing that I'm man enough to admit catches me from time to time on the 372 and 395. My saws are relatively new. They're within a year old. So generally, if I'm having to crank on mine, that's the problem. It either ain't got no gas in it, or you left the switch off, stupid. Let's see how close I'm getting here. Still got a ways to go. So yeah, the 525 top handle saw is a great saw. It's a professional grade saw. It's stamped so, rather. So you're gonna pay for it. I think mine was around 500. Maybe it was like 5 1/4 at time of purchase, about almost a year ago. But the 525 for weight, handling ability, and I get it. This is a professional arborist saw. It's got the hook on the back so you can hook it to your belt. But throttle response, if you've got a decently, and I mean that respectively, decently sharp chain. The 525 will do anything you put in front of it. And yet again, it's a 5 series saw. It does not have auto tune. However, it's a 25cc saw. It's going to be very light on fuel. Somebody had asked me the other day if I had any complaints about it, and my only complaint was the oiler. I had the oiler turned down all the way, and I think we're getting close. I had the oiler turned down all the way, and I think it's right on the cusp of over oiling. So, ooh lordy, she's walking. Okay, so that means round 2.
Hey everybody, I know you guys are probably looking at the diameter of these logs that I'm cutting up. Some of you may call them sticks. Generally, with the firewood products that I'm trying to offer, I have had some requests because I do have a few elderly clients that I mix in smaller stuff. Some may call this kindling or just a lighter fuel grade because the elderly, they don't necessarily like picking up, 6 or 8 inch rounds, of course, that have been split down into maybe a 4-inch piece. And a lot of times, if they may want to just throw a couple extra smaller logs on the fire just to get them through until they go to bed, I can see where that would be a definitely much needed piece of wood. But also, the most important thing is the customer is always right.
this is going to be the last one.
Hey, if just wanted to interject here. You guys notice what I'm carrying there. In my left hand, I'm using a 30-foot Stanley tape measure, an old one that doesn't really recoil. I use that to cut my firewood to 16 inches. Everything that I sell is 16 inches, within a plus or minus 2 inches. Sometimes I use a tape, sometimes I just gauge it. But I've found 16 inches is the most desired length, and it usually sells out every single year.
I'm going to wrap this video up. Hey, thank you all for watching. And if you have any questions, comments, please, by all means. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate that. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and maybe I can do more consistent content. Until the next time, have a blessed day and stay safe out there.